What's up everybody, Afiq here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. So the Nissan Navara MP300 has always appealed for buyers who's looking into the ownership of a truck without the harsh ride provided by the leaf spring setup of a traditional truck. While the current Navara model has been running long in the tooth ever since its launch in 2015, there are no major updates to the vehicle until now. So Nissan has finally updated the mother trucker in hopes to give it a little bit of a competitive presence in today's truck market. This year alone, we already seen a host of new trucks as well as facelifted model being launched in Malaysia. So does the update to the Nissan Navara enough to keep the Navara above water in this rather competitive market? Without further ado, this is ABB Automotive. The most significant update that has been made to the Nissan Navara is the exterior design. This time around, the Navara can be had with 5 trim levels, starting with the base single cab workhorse truck, moving up to the SE double cab, the mid-spec V variant, the higher VL spec, as well as the flagship Pro 4X model. Up front, there is a new Nissan Titan inspired grille that is both large and prominent. Most variants will get a chrome finishing, while the top of the range Pro 4X is finished in a rather black painted accent. Complementing the new grille are also a slightly redesigned front bumper that is highlighted with silver accent. The Pro 4X on the other hand is highlighted with an orange accent instead. In terms of headlight, only the V-Spec and above variant gets the quad LED projector headlamp with LED DRL as well as LED fog lights. Moving to the side, the Navara remains largely the same. SE and V models get 17-inch alloy wheels wrapped in 255/65 series tire, while the VL variant gets a larger 18-inch dual-tone alloy wheels wrapped in 255/60 series tires. The flagship Pro 4X on the other hand downsized the rim back to the same 17-inch rim as the V-Spec model, but over here it is painted in this glossy black finish. Being the off-road variant, it gets a slightly thicker all-terrain tires with white lettering on the side. The Pro 4X gets black door handle, while the other in the range feature chrome ones instead. Only the VL and Pro 4X gets this roof rail with silver being on the VL, while black is featured on the Pro 4X. All models except the single cab gets power folding outside mirror as well as turn indicator. The side step that you see here are standard on all variants. Lastly, the rear of the Navara has been given some update as well. The rear bed has a measurement of 1469mm in length, timed by 1560mm of width, timed with 519mm of height, contribute to a slightly more volume capacity over the last year model. The Navara naming and lettering is stamped on the rear tailgate, giving it a rather nice look. Only the V-Spec and above model gets this LED combination rear tail lamp, while the Pro 4X is the only model that gets this utility track channel system for the tie-down system. In terms of engine, nothing much has changed. The same 2.5-litre 4-cylinder common rail turbo diesel engine is being carried over, codenamed the YD25. Unfortunately, in Malaysia, we still don't get the newer YD23 engine. Now, performance on the engine varies differently depending on the transmission you choose. For the automatic, it produces 190 PS with 450 Nm of torque. The manual, on the other hand, gets 163 PS with 403 Nm of torque. Speaking of transmission, the V, VL as well as the top of range Pro 4X can only be had with a 7-speed automatic transmission. The entry-level SE can either be had with both the automatic as well as a 6-speed manual transmission, while the best single-cab workhorse truck can only be had with a 6-speed manual. In terms of suspension, the front is featuring a double wishbone setup, while the rear is a multi-link coil spring suspension. Nissan claims that this year the suspension has been given a slightly stiffer tune, allowing for a maximum payload capacity of 1.1 ton. Moving from the exterior to the interior, it looks fairly similar as the older model. A keen eye will spot the missing cup holder near the outside vents as well as the missing tray located on top of the dashboard. In the center, the V-Spec and above variant gets an 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system that supports both Apple CarPlay as well as Android Auto. That same screen houses the rear backup camera for the V-Spec, while the 360-degree camera is available for the top-of-the-range VL and Pro 4X variant. V-Spec and above vehicle gets leather-wrapped steering wheel with audio switches and cruise control. The steering, however, only tilts in adjustment, while telescopic is not available. All V-Spec and above vehicle also gets a 7-inch LCD multi-info display, dual-zone automatic climate control, push-button vehicle start, as well as 6 airbags over the lower model's 2 airbag setup. Exclusively available for the VL spec only are leather seats with power driver seat, a tire pressure monitoring system, and rear map pockets. Weirdly, the top-of-the-range Pro 4X, on the other hand, loses the power seat but gains a unique Pro 4X accented leather seats instead. Just like the outside, the Pro 4X model gets a chrome delete treatment as well in the interior. In terms of safety, all Nissan Navara come standard with traction control, hill start assist, hill descent control, and a trailer sway control. The V-Spec and above model gets forward collision warning with braking, while the VL and the top-of-the-range Pro 4X gets more driving assistance such as blind spot warning, rear cross traffic alert, automatic high beam, as well as lane departure warning. Okay, so here in the back seat of the Nissan Navara, overall comfort level has improved a lot over the older Navara. In terms of headroom, I'm okay. Even I have my spiky air on. I have no issue with headroom as well as legroom. So this front seat is adjusted to my driver's seat. I am 165 cm of height. In terms of amenities back here, the center armrest now features 2 cup holders. So the previous Navara, the cup holder was on the floor, if you still remember. So now they have moved the cup holder from the floor to the center armrest, which is a good move for Nissan. And then in the back here, you do have 2 aircon vents, which is always a good thing for here in Malaysia. And then you have 1 USB charger port right underneath it, and a little bit of storage right next to it. Unfortunately, this is the case with even the older Navara. You don't get any map pockets behind the front seat, but you do have some storage space located at the bottom part of the door. Other than that, you have a grab handle at the top here, and then you also have a little bit of cushioning on your outer armrest. So the outer armrest has a little bit of cushioning, so you can rest your hand there comfortably. Alright guys, so we'll be test driving the new Nissan Navara. So currently I'm in the VL spec. Okay, VL spec. So you have SE, you have V spec, you have VL, and then you have the top of the range Pro 4X. So currently I'm in second from the top of the range. Right? So here we go. Gosh, this torque can feel. Damn, man. Okay guys, so straight off the bat, driving this car, the first thing that struck me is the torque. Okay, so the torque is really early, really down low. It makes the truck feel very, very light. Alright, so I'm quite impressed by the torque. So the torque is around 450 Newton meters, and you really feel the torque. Another thing that I like is the steering wheel. So the steering wheel, it has a nice feel to it. It's not too heavy, okay, it's not too light, and at low speed you can really feel what the front wheel is doing. Alright, so yeah, the Navara Pro 4X, the torque, that's the first thing that came to my head when I drive this car. The torque is really, it's there, okay. Another thing that I like about this is the seating position. At first I was a bit like sad that there's no telescopic adjustment, but then it's actually okay. Like my hand, I don't feel stretched, you know. And then with my, I don't know about you, like you're taller than me, so like for me, yeah, for me, like my feet and my hand is at the correct location
where you want it to be.
Yeah. So when I set my feet, when it reach the pedals, my hand doesn't feel too far or too near the steering wheel. Yeah. And I just like the feeling of the steering wheel. That behind the steering, yeah, there's like a place to grip your finger behind this. Yeah. The outer armrest has a nice position, so you can rest your elbow and touch the steering wheel at the same time. So see?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's a really nice, if you're going on a longer journey, it feels very relaxed. Because sometimes, like for me, right, if I own a pickup truck, yes, I want to own a pickup truck because it has a very big cargo space. Yes. But then I'm not gonna carry a lot of cargo.
Yes.
All the time.
Yes.
So like 90% of the time when I'm driving on the road, yes, I want it to be comfortable.
Yes.
Yeah. That's usually what is upsetting, like putting me off getting a truck, because of the leaf spring setup is so stiff. And then when this one came out, it has a leaf spring, like, oh, okay.
Coil spring.
It has the coil spring, so I was like, oh, okay. So the Navara comes with a 7-speed automatic transmission, and it has a, what do you call that, the Tiptronic system, so you can shift your own gear. Okay. In regular mode, I would say the logic is really good. It will give you the correct gear when you want to accelerate or overtake. Yeah. And it also has a shift-by-wire four-wheel drive system. So you, at the bottom of the dashboard, there is a lever there where you can switch between 2 or 4 high or 4 low, which is very convenient. I think because of this 18-inch rim,
it's a bit bumpy.
It's a bit jittery.
Yeah, I can feel it.
But then it helps at higher speed. It makes the car stable at higher speed. Normal lah. Stiff spring make it stable.
Yeah.
If you have a softer spring, then it will be more floaty.
Yeah.
Oh yes, the lever is at the front, the button.
Yeah? I thought you knew.
I didn't know.
You didn't know?
Because most lever is at the side. But like, you know, I had my surgery that day, right? I cannot shift. I had to do like this.
Okay.
Alright, your turn.
Alright.
Additional FOC. Oh, the bull bar for the Pro 4X is an optional accessories. Package now. Oh, package now?
Yeah. Oh.
There's an abang police at the front.
Yes, abang police. Why you keep?
Yeah, why you keep tembak? Is it because we read? Oh, it feels. So now got the warning. Blind spot. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the switch lever is actually a lot
better, right? Better quality.
Better quality.
Yeah.
But the quality is one thing. It's just with this steering wheel gun, the
ergonomics is nice.
Yeah, you just reach out, you just stand up, and then you can reach it already. Yeah, it's a bit jittery. I can tell it's a bit.
I think it's because the rim is bigger. And sometimes you want to look good, you have to sacrifice something else. Yeah.
One of which.
Yeah.
but the torque is good, right?
Let me see. Yeah, it's good. Like the steering wheel, the right is also okay.
Yeah. The
hood is a bit higher, I can tell. It's sitting a bit higher.
Yeah.
You see that piece?
Yes.
Yeah, it's sitting a bit
Yeah,
higher.
it's true. I baru notice also.
Yeah, it's sitting a bit higher.
Meaning the hood is different from yours.
It looks different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think because the face is because the grill is bigger now.
Yes.
So they have to incorporate the entire design of it. This one is 6 airbag, is it? Yeah. Oh, 6 airbag. Oh, it detect the lane keep
Lane.
because of the dotted. Yeah.
Because it's clearer.
Oh, that's a good system then. Even in
Yeah.
this, over here also it can detect.
Okay. At least the warning is very like
Subtle.
subtle.
It's not like oh gosh.
Yeah.
You see my mother's Merc, I terkejut, you know.
It's in your face.
In
that
your
kind.
face, and then they give the red warning again. Gosh. So we just had a go in the new Nissan Navara. So yeah, I'm with my friend Ryan. He also have a YouTube channel. If you have the time, check out his channel. What is it called again?
Ryan's Drive.
Yeah, Ryan's Drive. Okay.
It's
so
a so-called sub video. Sub video for it.
So anyways, why I bring Ryan along, because Ryan is the owner of the pre-facelift Navara.
The
so-
early model. 2016 model.
2016 model.
2016 model.
So his one is the V spec, which is the middle of the range. So that's why I bring him along. So I want because he's an everyday Navara
I use
driver.
it every day.
Yeah.
I use it every day. So I
So-
know what is the differences in terms of this one and also the previous one. So of course this one has a lot more improvement. The steering wheel, the screen, and so on and so on. But it's nice to see that Nissan improves on these little things when it comes to their previous of the same model, almost the same platform, the same engine. It's better.
Yeah.
It's a lot better.
Yeah. Personally as well, when I drive this car, the first thing that came to my mind, the torque is really good. The torque is really good, and I like the feel of the steering wheel. And then the driving position is not bad. So overall, I would say Navara still a solid contender in the what they call mid-size truck in Malaysia, and it's the only mid-size truck in Malaysia that's using full coil. So if you're wanting to buy a pickup truck but you don't want to associate with the stiffness of a truck, give the Navara a chance, because it literally feels like driving an SUV rather than a pickup truck.
It's also the part of the reason why I chose this Navara in the first place, because leaf spring, of course leaf spring you can carry more load, true.
Yeah.
But in terms of my understanding is that I don't carry heavy load every day.
Yeah.
So there's really no point for me to get like a very heavy or high capacity payload kind of truck. So
Yeah.
going for coil spring is a lot more
Relevant lah for the case.
comfortable, and also very rewarding.
Alright, so we have to wrap up because this is a test unit, so there's somebody else want to test the car. So till the next time.
In terms of color option, all model of the Nissan Navara can be had with black star as well as burning red. While only exclusive to the VL, V as well as SE model is this nice shade of brilliant silver. The top of the range Pro 4X also gets its own exclusive color in the form of stealth grey as well as pearl white. Pricing for the new Nissan Navara here in Sarawak on the road without insurance start with a single cab variant, which costs 96,193 ringgit. Moving to the double cab only SE MT or manual will cost you 115,602 ringgit. The SE Automatic will bump the price to 121,731 ringgit. Moving to the mid-spec V variant, which is only available in automatic, will cost you 130,503 ringgit. Second from the top of the range, VL spec will cost you 143,199 183 ringgit. The top of the range Pro 4X or the flagship model has a selling price of around 147,569 ringgit. All Nissan Navara comes with a 5-year or 150,000 km warranty. There are also other accessories available for the Nissan Navara, especially for the Pro 4X variant. Be sure to ask your local Nissan dealer for more details on those items. So with that, we come to the end of this video. If you like that video, do give this video a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel as well as hitting the little small bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I post something new on my channel. I would like to say thank you for watching. Stay safe, take care, and have a nice day.